What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cast to Strike Fishing channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to tie on a slip bobber for your pan fishing needs, and we're getting into it right now. Alright, obviously, you're going to need to start out with a fishing rod. This is an ultra-light, old-school Shakespeare contender. I love this thing. This video is assuming that you already have line on your spinning reel. This is 6-pound Mr. Crappie. This is one of my favorite lines. It's very cheap, and it lasts a really long time. This is my favorite line. I'll show you guys. Highly recommend this right here. Mr. Crappie. This stuff is awesome. Very low memory, not much stretch. It reminds me of almost like a fluorocarbon mixed with a monofilament. It's nice. This stuff is very high quality, very cheap, and you could spool a million freaking rods with this. You need bobber stops. You see those little loops right there in the end? You're gonna feed your line through that loop and pinch off this bobber stop. That is the #1 step of setting up a slip bobber. If you go get a slip bobber kit, they do have slip bobber thread and pre-tied knots. Those aren't too bad, but after a while, the knot will get wet and just kind of unwind and fall off your line. Once that happens, you have to cut the whole rig off. Bobber, the hook, split shots. You just have to take it all back off just to get that bobber stop back on. A lot of people call these weight pegs or bobber stops. You could find these at any tackle shop. These came from Wu Tungsten. They don't get wet and come undone. Bobber stop, split shots of your choice, and my absolute favorite pan fishing hook. Size 6, Gamakatsu octopus hook. These will catch them really easily. You're also gonna need a bead of some sort. You can get these at Walmart as well. Usually you can get them separate or in bobber stop packs. I wouldn't use a glass bead, this is a plastic bead. Glass beads are like flipping beads. Those are for Texas rigs, stuff like that. And last but not least, your slip bobber. There's different types of slip bobbers. You can get them anywhere. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at your local tackle shop. You can get them at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get them just about anywhere. And the difference between a regular bobber and a slip bobber, it's actually a line through bobber. So there's a hole there and it threads through so it can slide up and down freely on the line. And that is what makes this so important. You can fish at whatever depth that you want. That is a game changer. I don't have one of those little bitty bobbers that a lot of people are used to. You know, like the little corkscrew ones. These are man bobbers. You can use them in multiple different applications, just not pan fishing. You can use them out on Lake Michigan. You can use them on the rivers. Wherever you want, you can use these. Let's get into it. I know I'm talking your guys' heads off. Dang, yeah, it is after 12 o'clock. And I have yet to get out of this house on this Saturday morning. I'm actually heading out right now after this to make another video for you guys. While I make this video for you guys. So, you want to grab your line. Here's your main line. You're going to start off with your bobber stop. You want to thread your main line through just like that. And fold it over. And then all you got to do is grab that bobber stop and pull back. And there it is. It slips right over onto your line, just like so. That is what you want right there. Shove that down a little bit. You want to take your bead, put it on the line, just like that. So you got bobber stop, bead, bobber. So bobber stop, bead, bobber. And then you want to thread this bobber on. You know, the bobber would sit in the water like this. You want this fat side facing towards your rod. Thread it through just like that. Sometimes you have to kind of play with it until it comes out the end right here. Then you just grab it. Boom. Now we got bobber stop, bead, bobber. Next thing's next. You want to take your size 6 Gamakatsu octopus hook. Not a circle hook, it's an octopus hook. They're not to be confused. Trust me, there's a big difference. Secured on there with whatever knot you want to use. When I'm pan fishing, I use the clinch knot. When I'm bass fishing, I prefer the Palomar knot and double uni knot. We're just gonna do this improved clinch knot real quick. If you guys want to know how to do this knot, I can do another instructional video for you. Just let me know down in the comments below. We'll see if we can put that together for you. Now we only have one more step. We have to add the split shots. How I like to do it is I don't like the split shots too close to the hook. I'll probably go honestly about 12 inches, 12 to 14 inches up from the hook. And that's where I'm gonna put my split shots. Put them on the line just like that. A lot of people bite these. Well, I do. Or you can just have some common sense and get a pair of pliers, not chip your teeth. I have like $3,000 in tackle. I choose to use my teeth, put on a split shot when I have like $30 pliers. But here we go. So I'm gonna show you how this works, just like that. So we got hook right here, going to the split shots, slip bobber, bead. Then you got your bobber stop right here. The order of this is bobber stop, bead, bobber, split shot, hook. That's how you want that. Why this rig is so awesome, especially for pan fishing, is if you use a regular bobber, you're gonna go out and wherever the bobber is, what's below it, that's the depth you're gonna fish all day long. What's cool about this is wherever you slide your bobber stop, that's what the depth at what you're fishing at is gonna be. if you had 50, 100, 160 yards spooled up on your reel, if you were in water that deep, you can fish that deep. You just slide your bobber all the way back to the depth that you want to fish, and you're ready to go. You'll cast it out, and the line will fall through down to that stop, and it'll stop it right there. So it's pretty cool. It comes in very, very handy. A lot of times, honestly, I get out to my spots, and I'll start out with 3 to 5 feet depth, kind of fish from there. If I can't find the fish, I play around with the depth. Slide the slip up a little bit, half a foot at a time, and just keep kind of playing around with it, casting it out until they start smashing it. There's no days where panfish don't bite. I promise you that. You just have to find them. It's usually the cause of them being in a different depth than what you're fishing at. Give this setup a try. It's going to change your life. You're going to have a whole lot more fun. I promise you that. If you found this video helpful and you want to see future videos just like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification, and leave a thumbs up. Till next time, guys, always remember, cast to